Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Ravi. I'm the co-founder CEO of Zeeve. And today's AMA is not just about another blockchain project. It's about a vision for democracy 2.0. And we have very interesting guests here, Laurent and Vladimir, who are the founders of Fushuma Network. And so we'll deep dive into the vision of democracy 2.0 and various other things that are changing how the core narratives of decentralization today. So first of all, I would like to welcome Laurent and Vladimir on the voice, and I would love to know a bit about yourself as to how you started, what your Web3 journey has been so far.
Thank you for the opportunity to present Fushuma today and to deep more into the specifics of what we are doing currently. So yes, what we believe at Fushuma is for too long the future of internet has been decided into closed boardroom. Traditional ventures capital is opaque and inaccessible. So basically, in Web3, it is create major problems. Project with high potential get lost in the market, and investors miss out on the genuine opportunities. So we are introducing the concept of decentralized venture club. It's a model where the investment decisions are not longer made by a few people, but by the whole community. So the holders of the Fushuma token, they can vote and collectively decide which project deserve to be funded and shared by the treasury. So the benefit, you can see two benefits. First, for the project, we solve their discovery and growth problem. Instead of looking for capital and a community, they come to Fushuma to find both at the same time. For the investors, we give them direct access to early stage projects validated collectively, and we are allowing them to build a diversified portfolio.
Correct. No, I think that's a very interesting point that you have mentioned. So, like, in traditional VC ecosystem, we have seen that, a handful of firms, they decide which projects will live or die. And I think in Web3, we pretty much copied the same model. Big investors, small teams, limited transparency. And the way you have described, I think you are flipping this model altogether to make the venture funding decentralized, where investors, developers, and community all have a voice. So it's pretty cool. Um, so before we get further, Vladimir, a bit about yourself and how your journey has been so far with Fushuma.
Hello. I hope you can hear me well.
Yes, we can hear you.
So I started with blockchain and cryptocurrencies in 2016, and it was a really amazing journey from there. Full time spending time on blockchain related projects, also data centers and infrastructure. But Fushuma journey was quite interesting because we had experience before. We were raising quite a lot of capital to invest into projects, roughly 7 million euros. And it took us roughly 3 years to get a lot of, I would say, things that are right and things that are wrong, simply. And this experience we completely took and rebuilt it into what is Fushuma today. So one of the things that was, let's say, problematic was a relationship with investors. Yeah, if you have investors, you need to always report them what is happening, show them what happened with the money. So this is one specific problem which we are solving by being completely transparent all the time. So every investor can come and basically see how every dollar is spent. So this was one area that we wanted to tackle. And the second area which we wanted to tackle is the other side, the projects. The projects, sometimes they have a good idea, but for many reasons they can fail. So we wanted not to only create a starting point for the projects, we wanted to create a place which basically guides them to do the process. So not only to give them initial money, but also for them to be able to be part of the whole ecosystem where they can interconnect and start looking for the synergies, basically the same as real venture capital is doing. So it's not only you come and get some initial money, but you should stay with us for long term.
Oh, that sounds absolutely great. So I would like to welcome you on the show and now getting a bit deeper into Fushuma. So as I understand, can you tell us, how it works for a Fuma token holder? Like, what is the journey from pitching a project to the treasury to finally receiving airdrops as a reward, and then eventually the builder becoming part of the Fushuma community?
Yes. For a Fuma token holder, I would say the process is quite simple. Actually, it's straightforward. So first, you have a project. They submit their ideas to the Fushuma Decentralized treasury. Everything is transparent there. So you come, you have your idea, you pitch it basically, and from this point, the community is allowed to comment, to give feedback, and even potentially improve your project during this process, because you have the feedback from investors, and we know how the Web3 community is exigent from this perspective. So usually you get feedback and valuable feedback. Then, as a Fuma token holder, you have the direct voting right via the on-chain governance. So, as we said, you analyze the project and you vote for the one you want to see funded. And in return, you will get a share of this project token. If it's approved by the community of investors, you will simply receive an airdrop. So this is the reason why we call it the Fushuma Decentralized Investors Club. From the beginning till the end, you follow the project, you comment on it. Once it's launched, you get the token via the airdrop. And basically, you can see the airdrop as dividends. By holding Fuma, you get the dividend of all the projects that are successfully launched on the platform.
Got it. No, I think that's a very interesting model. So it's not since the investors are giving feedback on the different projects, so it's not a passive capital. It's more of an active capital that is being deployed, and the investors are not just being investors, but they are also playing a major role in the growth of the startup after they have selected their cohort. Vladimir.
Dr. Ravi, I think there are two groups of investors I know. Yeah, there is a group of people that want to be part of the blockchain, but don't want to spend any time on it because simply they want to have money there, and they want to be part of all this cool stuff that is happening. So they preferably want to purchase or invest into one thing, and then to get a cut from everything that we do. Yeah, this is the point of the Fushuma. So you have one part of, let's say, passive investors. So they just put money and then are just looking, but they want to have also the ability to pull the brake. So if they don't like something, they want to have the ability to speak and to say that they don't like something. And then you have the second area, which are investors that want to be part of the ecosystem, and have some synergies. Usually they have some projects that relate to each other. And these people then can be actively part of the community, and they can also be part of the decision process. So it's up to investor to decide if he wants to be actively participating in the process or not, but he will get the reward basically anyway.
Got it. No, I think ultimately it's the choice of the investors, but the great thing is that you are giving an option to the investors to become active from passive, right? Now, coming to the other side, the investor side, where you have decentralized treasury, and I think if we go through the Fushuma website, you have referenced Satoshi's original vision quite a few times, and in conjunction with the today's global debt crisis, and that's why you have designed a very superior decentralized governance model that aligns with the decentralized treasury. So, how does the decentralized treasury works? How it protects its capital? How it aligns with the Fuma tokens, and for investors.
So, yes, one of the biggest point for us is protecting the investors' fund. So this is our absolute priority. And when we talk about security itself, our previous venture allowed to aggregate, let's say, considerable experience. And we always had the chance to work with the best security experts. And by the way, this is an excellent opportunity for me to express in the name of the entire team, our gratitude to Yuri Karatushin for his precious collaboration. For the people who don't know Yuri is one of the top security experts when it comes to the smart contract. I can say that he probably audited something like 350 token, and I don't know how many DApps. So this guy is very reputed in his field, and yes, so I want to thank him, because this is really for us, this is a precious collaboration. So now, talking about the treasury itself, we developed several processes. These processes are inspired by our experience in the real world business. One of them is our milestone-based payment. Basically, we don't give a blank check. If you want to create a project or to build a project on Fushuma, you will not receive funds just like that. You have to prove that you are able to build something real and valuable to the community. So this is a process that we established that protects the investors' fund against underperforming projects. So basically, how it works, you come, you say, okay, I need this amount of money to build this project. You come with a roadmap, and each time we will check if, when I say we, it's the entire community, we will check if you are fulfilling your roadmap the right way, and if yes, you continue to get funded. If not, the funding is just stopped, and we analyze why and how we can why you are blocked or stuck, and how we can help you to pursue in the direction that was fixed at the beginning. So yes, also one of our founder is a mathematician, and he came with a new model for the treasury. Basically, this is advanced economic model, and it helps to preserve the value of the token based on This is super complex stuff. So I think it will be simpler if he can explain it by himself. So yes, we can have another Ask Me Anything for that topic. But yes, in short, what we want to establish is a simple model where the community as a whole make wise investment, they fund the right project, and the success of this funded project create demand for their token. This token will receive them as an airdrop. So this whole mechanism strengthen the Fushuma reputation and turn the support of the Fushuma community into a virtuous circle.
So Tonton, if I can add to the treasury mechanism, I think it's there is definitely big mathematic area around it, which it's better to read and explain in other calls. But I will explain it in super simple ways. So if you are investor, one of the main, let's say, things that we have different is you can directly purchase and invest into the blockchain. This is something that I don't think anyone else has. And this also comes from our experience. So I will explain it in small details. When you want to purchase, let's say, some coins from other blockchains, you will go on the exchange and you will purchase the tokens from the exchange. But what can happen is that the team or the blockchain actually gets from it zero, because somebody else sold the tokens or coins. In our case, you have obviously the option to go and purchase it on the exchanges, but you have also option to buy it, but also to sell directly to the blockchain. And this is kind of insurance mechanism directly built into the blockchain, where there is basically no potential for investors to lose the value in few seconds or a few minutes if something happens, because even if something happens to the exchange, they still can come and go directly to the blockchain and sell or buy the coins. When they do that, then the project is directly funded and immediately 60% of the money is stored into the, let's call it insurance fund, and 40% is then used to fund the grants in the blockchain.
Got it. No, I think that's really innovative. And so the way I see it, a lot of today offline treasuries are being tokenized. Yours is a natively tokenized treasury, which is not just bringing transparency being on blockchain, but also at the same time, bringing in newer models where there's a lot of transparency, better governance, and at the same time, protection against the price volatility.
Yeah.
I think that is truly amazing.
If I can add last thing to this point, sure. When we were talking about the funding of the project, one important thing that Tonton said is that you have usually funding. A project comes to you and says, we need 1 million euros, let's say, or dollars. Then they get this money and then they work, and at some point it is either success or it doesn't work. And this is different approach. Venture capital works differently. It's the same as Tonton said. We release money slowly but surely. So we are looking for the actual milestones, and when they are met, we can release the money. And this enables also the funders of the projects to slowly but surely exit the project to the community. So it's what can happen in future is that Fushuma will actually own multiple projects from token perspective 100%, because the funders will slowly but surely exit the token into the venture capital club that we have.
Got it. No, I think that will create another model where you're not just funding and helping these startups to grow, but you would be, in fact, participating in managing some of these startups. Now, coming to your investment strategy. So what kind of projects are you focusing on from a vertical standpoint or use case standpoint? What kind of projects you are seeing, and what is your focus area? And I'm sure there are a lot of builders who would be interested to know. You have already outlined the process to apply, but what kind of projects your ecosystem is seeing an interest in, and what kind of support you provide beyond capital?
Okay, so basically at the final phase of the project, all this process will be managed by the community itself. So this will be up to the investors to decide where the money goes and what project should be funded. But for now, we need to have some visibility on where we will allocate the initial funds, and we believe that so yes, this is up to the team at the current stage, and yes, so the next wave of innovation will come from emerging sectors. So we don't want to follow trends. We want to fund the technologies that will matter tomorrow. So to be concrete, we have allocated 50% of the treasury capital to the tokenized assets. We believe that this is the bridge between the traditional finance and the Web3. Recently, we managed to get a very good partnership in this area. I think Vladimir wants to say a few words about it.
Yeah. So regarding real world assets, yeah, this is the topic that is starting to get hotter and hotter. The reason for that is that I think many people in blockchain are quite tired from investing into project and then they fail and there is nothing. So what we want to do, and this is much more secure and safer way to move forward, we want to focus on actual companies or projects that have actual products or real assets that they want to tokenize. One of the projects that was, let's say, mentioned or is right now going on and will be online in following weeks is tokenized wood. This is really good because worst case scenario, we will get a wood. So you will be able to convert the tokens into actual wood and get it delivered to your door. And this is the trend that we see many, let's say, companies or people that wants to go on blockchain. It's for us, we really want to focus on real things that are connected to the real world. So we are kind of, let's say, bridging real world to the blockchain. And this is the area that we want to focus. The other top project that is also real world asset is tokenized computing power. So AI power, mining power, cloud power, actual servers, etc. So these are projects that we are right now talking to, and I think this is something. If we talk to investors, we see that they really like the connection where they see that their money will be definitely used in the right way. And worst case scenario, they can see that it's backed by something from real world. And I think this is the main difference.
Got it. No, I think that seems like a very sound strategy. Real world asset tokenization is a space that has started picking up. I think we have started seeing a few established use cases, stablecoin being one, but then there are a lot of commodities and financial assets that are being tokenized today. And 2025, I see as an inflection point when we talk about the adoption of real world assets being tokenized on chain. And I think it will revolutionize. There's a massive efficiency that will bring in a lot of transparency, cross-border participation of investors. I think there are tons of benefits. And slowly we are seeing the realization of these benefits in this space. And AI, as you rightly said, is another big area. Right now, we are sitting in a bubble, but still, I see that there are very, very exciting use cases. Now we are seeing young startups who are building massive AI startups, generating hundreds of millions of revenue. So this again is a very innovative space, and a lot of exciting projects are already being worked on. Where Web3 and AI comes together.
Yeah, I wanted just to add one thing in regards to real world assets. There was actually in 2018, 2019, there was, let's say, some wave where people were thinking about it, but now we can feel that it's the actual time to do it. Yeah? So we see bigger groups, bigger companies with already their own capital. So they want to simply move to blockchain, and they have already real assets, like, for example, the wood. And we can see this is picking up not only from the project's perspective, but also from the investor's perspective as well. And this is the difference. Before, you had startups that had nothing, and they wanted to start to tokenize something. Now you have actual companies they are big companies already on the market. They have the real world assets, and now they want to move into the blockchain and the Web3. And this is the difference between 2018 and 19, etc. and now.
No, absolutely. I 100% agree on that. So now coming on to talk a bit about the technology. So Fushuma is the first ZK Rollup built on a proof of work chain, which is Callisto Network. So how you design the architecture? Why do you choose ZK Rollup? And how does it fit into the overall of the venture club 1.2?
I will let this one for you. This is technical, so
actually we decided together with you, because we spent a lot of time talking with Zeeve, and we spent really a lot of time understanding what is the best moving forward. We saw, let's say, the Polygon as a good, let's say, technological direction. And the ZK Rollup was, let's say, in the direction where we wanted to go. Yeah. And the scalability, so the speed, low transaction cost, etc., was one thing. Then the other thing was we were working on Callisto Network, which is proof of work blockchain. And one of the, let's say, downsides of ZK Rollup was extremely high cost, like really high cost, because if you synchronize with Ethereum proof of work, then the amount of money you need to spend per month is like really staggering. So we came with something in between, which was the ZK Rollup connected to the proof of work blockchain Callisto Network, which gives us the security, but it's still fully interconnected to the Eglair and the Polygon, let's say, ecosystem, and it gives us the direction where we can grow. So I think this was, let's say, balancing the past and have the ability to go into the future with technology that is actually feasible and will give us the ability to scale in the future.
Got it. No, I think that's a very sound choice. ZK Rollup is the tech of the future. It's highly advanced tech. And I think you are one of the early adopters of ZK, the way I would put it. Because in 2025, we are still seeing a lot of improvements continue to happen on the prover side, the overall ZK tech side. And there are a few innovative startups who have taken the plunge and have implemented ZK, bringing privacy, bringing security, compliances, which I think is at the core of Fushuma Network.
Yeah, but so are we honest? We would not go this direction if we didn't meet you as well, because this is what I want to say, that the cooperation with you guys is really great. It's professional, and we like how you really know inside out these technologies, and we can always rely on you as a partner. So ourselves, if we were doing that, I'm not 100% sure if we would go in direction of such complex system. But with you, it's really simple direction, and we can count that you cover all these parts inside out. So thank you.
No, absolutely. I think we ourselves are also very, very excited to work with Fushuma. We always love to work with innovative projects. And your founding team, it's always a pleasure to work with all the founders, Tonton, Vladimir, and rest of your team. You have massively proven track record of working on multiple blockchain projects and the whole philosophy that you have. I think that's very compelling for anyone who wants to be part of this ecosystem or the Web3 space. So our experience has also been very, very good working with your team. And it's always good to learn as we work, right? Continue to learn and see how the ecosystem is evolving, whatever newer things are happening. And that opens up our mind and motivate us to create more tools, more protocols to work with builders.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree with that. And if I can add something on what Vladimir said, is for us, we position ourselves as a decentralized venture club. So there is no point to spend too much time on the technical aspect of the project. We want something that is reliable, that works 24 hours, 7 days a week, and that's it. So this is why we are super happy with our collaboration, guys, because since the launch of the blockchain 6 months ago, everything was running without any issue. Each time that there is an update or technical thing happening, you are prompt to ping us, and we can solve everything super quickly. Personally, I feel that I don't see the difference with our previous structure, where we were handling several developers in home inside our own company. So you guys are taking care of everything, and for us, it's totally transparent. This is exactly what we wanted to get. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Anton. I think thanks for your encouraging words. I think fortunately, Yuvraj, who leads the customer success support, he's also part of this AMA. So it's absolutely pleasure and thanks for your encouraging words. So one last piece that we have noticed a recent evolution in your Twitter communication strategy. So just a bit about what motivated this shift and what are the key takeaways that the community should be looking for?
Well, that's an excellent observation. Actually, this is a proposal from a community member. His idea is to comment the crypto news every day, to position Fushuma as a voice in the crypto space, and to gain visibility organically. And this is exactly what we liked. You probably heard about the crypto influencer scandal last week. These people were getting paid several thousands of dollars to sell projects to their community. The issue is often this is the first idea you have when you kickstart a crypto project. You say, okay, let's talk with the people that have a large audience and try to get visibility from their community. But now, if you had dubbed before, now it's clear. These people are just scammers. They get the money. Today they can promote your project. Tomorrow it will be another project. And I think, and this is not new for us because we are here for a few years now. And it's clear that their community, they don't care about this type of tweet. Simply because they understood today it's this token, tomorrow is another token, and again and again and again. So we wanted to have another approach, and this is exactly what this community member proposed us. So if you have a look at our Twitter today, you will see how we analyze the current news through the lens of Fushuma. So our idea is if people resonate with our perspectives, they are likely to take notice of us and hopefully follow us. So yes, we think this is a good way to build our community, to expand it. And yes, so this is interesting anyway. You notice that change.
Also, I wanted to just to add, this also comes from our experience with the projects. It's always question, what is better? To have 50,000 people that don't do too much or are actually not really interested, or to have 800 people that are super interested, want to help and want to be part of the project and share a similar vision. So these are the things how we are trying to like position ourselves and go forward.
Oh, absolutely. I think engagement is 100 times better than number of followers or people who are part of the community but not actively participating in the community. No doubt. So now we have come to the end of our session, and I believe Fushuma is a grand vision with a solid team backing it and a solid execution. So just one last question before we sign off. So if Satoshi were watching this AMA today, what do you think he would tweet about Fushuma?
Could be something like, finally, a project kickstart by a community, because we didn't mention that, but everything we did so far was funded by a decentralized way. And we wanted to kickstart like as a proof of concept. So we didn't want to raise millions of dollars, but simply a little bit of money to prove that our concept works. So yes, the tweet could be, finally a project funded by the community, managed by the community. Everything is transparent, and you really earn something as the ecosystem grows because of the airdrop system. So could be something like that.
Got it. Nope. I think sounds very fascinating. So thanks, Anton. Thanks, Vladimir, for joining us. And I think at Zeeve, we are very excited to work with you, to be part of this grand vision and a solid team and project. And we wish you all the best for your future roadmap, a lot of success and a lot of traction in the decentralized space. With that, thanks once again for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining us today. Keep building, keep smiling.